I'll never forget my first Hanukkah in the United States. I was born in Israel. My parents moved to New York when I was just 8 years old. We were driving to a Hanukkah party in one of the suburbs of New York City, and I was sitting in the back seat with my nose stuck to the cold window looking outside. I was struck with awe. It was snowing outside, and there were houses glowing with flashing Christmas lights on the front lawns, on the roofs, on the trees. I'd never seen anything like this before in my life. We pulled up to the house of my parents' friends. The homes on either side were lit up with lights. It looked so magical. We came in and started our party with the lighting of the menorah. I remember feeling a little bit embarrassed. Look at all those sparkling lights outside. And here we are celebrating with such a little dinky menorah. No one outside is going to see my candles. Definitely not between these two gleaming houses. The party continued, and the snowstorm became more intense. All of a sudden, there was a blackout. I looked outside the window, and the entire block was submerged in total darkness. All the bright lights disappeared in an instant, and the only light left was the dancing flames of my little menorah. I felt so proud. I then noticed that outside the window, there was another glimmer of light coming from a house down the block. And further up the street, there was another menorah shining in the window. Everything was dark except for the shining lights of our menorahs. This is what Hanukkah is all about. Keeping the flame of Judaism alive. Thousands of years ago, many Jews became enamored with the lights of Greece. They were wowed by the culture, the philosophy, the stadiums, all the sparkling lights. And they started losing their appreciation of Judaism's special light. Soon enough, the Greeks were forcing their way of life onto us. To the Greeks, it was very simple. Become like us or die. But one family of Kohanim, the Maccabees, were willing to risk their lives and stand up for what it meant to be Jewish. They fought back, and against all odds, vanquished the enemy. With God's miraculous help, they won the war. Today we live in a world that's all about image. We Instagram it, share it on Facebook. We try to project the life of glitz and glamour that impresses others. We're drawn to the spotlight, and we tend to forget who we really are. The light of the menorah that stayed miraculously lit for 8 days reminds us that our true light comes from within, not from other people. Every Jew has his or her own source of light, a unique inner flame that is eternal. It's no coincidence that Hanukkah falls out during the darkest part of the year. When the nights are long, it's at the end of the lunar month when the moon is barely visible. And today, the Jewish people are experiencing the darkness of terror and fear. We can fight the darkness by bringing out to the world our inner light, by helping one another with acts of kindness, and by standing up with pride for being a Jew. This Hanukkah, when you light your menorah surrounded by your family, make the decision to battle the darkness by connecting to your own true light and spreading it to the rest of the world. Happy Hanukkah.